Yo, what's up guys? This is Marcus and we are back with another episode of Mark Us on Top. Now, I already tried to record this episode, but then everything just crashed. And I was in a cool game against a Lugia team and stuff happened. I barely lost the game, but it was really close and interesting, so yeah, I really would have liked to upload that game, but unfortunately, yeah, didn't happen. Yeah, it like, basically was like Lugia and had like Calm Mind and Weakness Policy and Roost, and even though it like activated everything, I still had a shot at winning. But then, yeah, he revealed Quick Guard like last second on his Crafty, where I thought he was Assault Vest because, yeah, like helping in Water Spout at 50% of health or something didn't do too much. But anyway, we are here with like a new game, and I might talk about that a little bit more in the future. And whoops, looks like everything just froze again, but this time I realized, let me fix that real quick. So we met an opponent from Japan with a rating of 16 something. Let's see, please don't leave me alone. Maybe I should just start all over again. But yeah, you know what, whatever. I like this team, so I want to play it, so maybe it'll work out. Let's see. Okay, so what? No signal, are you kidding me? Okay. I'm sorry, this is just a mess. Yeah, I should probably start all over again. But yeah, you know what? I like this team, I want to play against it, as I already said, so let's just do that. Okay, so opponent 16 something and has Groudon Xerneas, Smeargle, Kangaskhan, Talonflame, Aegislash. So basically he has Aegislash over Salamence for the standard team. Let me see, I could go with Xerneas here and try to do something that way. But then it's just like all mirror-y, and I don't want that. So I think I'm gonna go with Talonflame, Kangaskhan, and in the back, Crystallia Kyogre. So I did change this Kangaskhan to a set with Low Kick and Double Edge, since, yeah, from last episode I learned that Ferrothorn, even though my opponent did bring it, would probably give this team a lot of trouble if I didn't have Low Kick, and even now it's still giving me a lot of trouble, but hey, whatever. Still a little bit better. And yeah, what else did I cover? I survived my exam. Thanks a lot for all the good wishes, and so I can produce a little bit more content the upcoming days, but yeah, I have another exam next week, so things are still, yeah, like, I still am kind of busy with university and stuff. So, okay, my opponent leads off with Talonflame and Smeargle, and you know that most of the time that indicates that this is Choice Scarf Smeargle, since there is nothing I can do to prevent Quick Guard plus Dark Void from happening. So, what do I want to do? I mean, obviously, I probably do not want to fake out in case he goes for that Quick Guard, because then that would mean that, yeah, I wouldn't be able to waste a sleep turn. So, I will just go ahead and go for the Double Edge on the Talonflame and Flablets onto the Smeargle. I could set up Tailwind, I think, but Talonflame doesn't really, like, it isn't too much offensive pressure from my opponent here, like he cannot one-hit KO stuff. So yeah, I prefer to waste sleep turns, and yep, he goes for the Quick Guard right there. So it is that Scarf Smeargle. So yeah, I also could have gone for like the Double Edge on his Smeargle in case it misses Kangaskhan, but yeah, he hits both Dark Voids anyway. And there was also the possibility that my opponent is just regular Sash Smeargle, and then he could go for Spiky Shield and Tailwind, predicting me to go for like the, I don't know, double target on Smeargle, and then he would have had Tailwind up. So maybe in retrospect, going for the Tailwind and double edging the Talonflame is probably the cleanest play. But yeah, like he hit both Dark Void anyway. Yeah, maybe going for the Tailwind would have been better. But yeah, you know what. Okay, so now my opponent has to switch out their Smeargle. We didn't waste a turn of sleep yet, which is obviously great. So I'm guessing targeting down the Smeargle right now would be nice, and trying to set up the Tailwind is also nice. I could go after the Talonflame, but I'm guessing, yeah, whatever comes in there, probably Xerneas or Kangaskhan. Yeah, we want to do as much damage to that as possible. Talonflame is still asleep. He will probably just set up Tailwind. Oh, just go straight for the Brave Bird. And yeah, we slept before he attacked, so either he's not max speed or we won the speed tire there. And Kangaskhan also asleep. Ouch. Okay, so that is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Now, things get a little bit tricky, because I could go for the quick guard, thinking or like hoping that he would go for, or like predicting him to go for like Brave Bird. And then my Kangaskhan is Megat, while his isn't Megat, so I will outspeed him. But yeah, low kick is a roll on Jolly Kangaskhan, and if he goes for the Flablets, then that would be really bad. So maybe it's more consistent to go for the Tailwind. But if he could pull it off, that would be really sick. Yeah, I could also just go for the Brave Bird and hope that I like wake up and KO him anyway. So let's see how that will work out. As his Kangaskhan is going Mega, and yeah, we're having like a full mirror right now with Mons. Talonflame and Kangaskhan, still two of the best Mons, I guess. So he goes for the Fake Out, so yeah, going for the Quick Guard would have been the best play there. And yeah, I flinch. And he goes for the Flabbits. Okay, so he covered his outs, like, he was covering for the Quick Guard. Good play here by my opponent. But, yeah, the Quick Guard still would have helped against that Fake Out damage. But, yeah, so my Kangaskhan is now down and gone. And, I'm guessing going with Cresselia and I could try to set up the Trick Room would be the best play. Yeah, because we could theoretically just win the game with that. And yeah, if my Talonflame is actually faster than his, then we could just go for the Brave Bird here to knock it out and set up the Trick Room. So yeah, fortunately enough, we weren't able to set up the Tailwind because now Trick Room is the better form of speed control, I guess. So yeah, even if he's like Taunt, Talonflame or something obscure like that, he cannot prevent the Trick Room from going up. I don't think there's anything he can do to prevent it, to be honest. And then Kyogre will come in, and yeah, we should have a good time. So let's see what happens here. Though there is always the possibility, like, if he KOs my Talonflame right now before I KO his. But okay, nice. We win the speed tie, or we are faster anyway. I'm not sure which, but his Talonflame will be gone. So that is really important, taking out the Talonflame, because yeah, even if we were in Trick Room and I have Kyogre out, Brave Bird and Sucker Punch really hurt, so you wanna avoid that. And he goes for the double edge. Let's see, where does he target? Goes for the Talonflame. Okay, so I will be down to my last two Mons, but that is just fine because I will have speed control for the remainder of the game. Though, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff his Smeargle could have that could give us trouble. Yeah, he could have Fake Out, for example. Like, even on Choice Scarf Smeargle, that is something that is not unheard of. Yeah, okay, he sends out Smeargle. What else could he have? He could have, I don't know, Wide Guard in theory. That would probably be the worst of all. What else could it be? Let me think. Yeah, that's probably it. Those would probably be the worst too. Fake Out and Wide Guard. So he can just go for the Fake Out and Double Edge on my Kyogre right now if he has it. Or he would just go for the Wide Guard. I think either way, protecting my Kyogre probably good. But yeah, this is where it gets really tough, and against Smeargle you basically just have to guess what will happen, because if he has Ground in the back, I would definitely need my Cresselia up and like awake. So I think a play I could make is go for the skill swap on his Kangaskhan to take away his Parental Bond, and then go for the Water Spout anyway. Because even if he has Fake Out, we should be able to take another attack. And yeah, but he withdraws Smeargle, so we will probably just go into his Groudon. And yep, he does. Okay, so he really scared me out there. Maybe just going for the skill swap onto my Kyogre would have been the better play. But we will see what happens. So I will take Parental Bond, which is nice, but doesn't help me too much right now. I mean, it will definitely reduce the damage his Kangaskhan can do to me, which is good. Maybe he even targeted Cresselia, predicting me to protect my Kyogre, fearing that Fake Out. But let's see here. My Kyogre is pretty bulky, so I should be able to take that like incoming double edge relatively well. And yeah, Water Spout into nothing and double edge. Let's see how much does it do. Ah, that's too much. That is probably Adamant Kangaskhan. I'm not too sure. Okay, so this is really unfortunate because I don't think we can KO him with Origin Pulse. And we would need that. Would Ice Beam KO him? No, I don't think so. Even with Parental Bond, that can't be enough. So maybe... yeah, maybe we should predict his... yeah, no, that doesn't help us either. Maybe we should predict his Groudon to protect and go for the Ice Beam on his Kangaskhan. Okay, let's see. So if he protects Groudon, that would be really great. Nice. Oh, is it the Kangaskhan? What? No, that's not what was supposed to happen. Okay, he double protects. So if we skill swap that turn, that would have been really good. But we didn't. Ouch. Okay, so because if we skill swapped right here, then next turn we could have gone for a Helping Hand Origin Pulse and there was nothing he could do. But I don't think Origin Pulse will be enough to KO the Kyogre, his Kangaskhan from my Kyogre. And now I feel like I definitely have to go for the skill swap. Because, yeah, like, even triple Ice Beam shouldn't be enough to knock out his Kangaskhan. And so, yeah, there's that. So we will go for the skill swap, even though it kind of was unnecessary. Maybe I could have also predicted him to switch back his Groudon. Too many mistakes maybe in this game, but there wasn't really much my Cresselia could have done other than try to go for the Ice Beam Freeze on his Kangaskhan. And yeah, so we knock out the Smeargle, but we just come short of KOing that Kangaskhan with Origin Pulse, and it is actually enough to knock out my Kyogre. I really want to run Calcs after this game, because I didn't think that would do too much, but then again, maybe it makes sense. Yeah, no, but I'm pretty bulky with my Kyogre, so maybe that shouldn't have KO'd. Okay, so let's see here. He sends in Groudon, obviously, and maybe can we come back with a freeze is the question. Now, I mean, we do have Primordial Sea on this Cresselia, so maybe we can make something work here, as we were outspeeding him, so our, like, the Deserted Land we got will activate first. But by the way, this looks so funny, because, like, it's sunny, but then the ability disactivates, and then it activates back again, and then, like, Primordial Sea activates, and stuff happens. So he actually went for the Fire Punch. Wow, I probably should have tried to go for the Time Stall at this point. But, so now we are in the Heavy Rain. So, yeah, what is my best out here? I could set up the Trick Room, I guess. And then just try to go for Ice Beam Freezes. And then we would have to win on time anyway, so... yeah, that's probably the best thing I can do. If I had time stalled before, maybe we could have made something, or like, we could have done something here. But yeah, in case, like, unless he misses several Precipice Blades, or we get the first freeze here with the first Ice Beam, then we should be good. But okay, so he misses the first Precipice Blades. Maybe there's still something we can do here in this game. Setting up Trick Room. As I'm getting a little bit excited because, like, yeah, we still need to get lucky, but if we get the freeze right here, we can actually still win. Or maybe it's even enough if we freeze him the next turn. I'm not even sure. But yeah, we definitely need the freeze. So we will wait for time, because we are, like, competitive and we want to win. And so there's, yeah, no shame in going for the occasional time stall. So... yeah, there's nothing else I can do. Yeah, Ice Beam is like the only thing I have left that could win me the game. And I actually had like a really crazy game like this happen at a mid-season showdown where I was playing with the Cress Kyogre team. yeah, it came down to basically like the same situation, and I actually got the freeze, but my Cresselia was like way more weakened, and in the end, yeah, it like thawed out, and then I just lost. And he goes for the Precipice Blades, and this time, yeah, it's yeah, not looking too good. But huh. We still have the Citrus Berry, so if he did just a little bit more damage, then maybe that would have activated, and then we could have, I don't know. But hey. So, he will probably just go for the Protect at this point, and I mean, there's probably like no point in stalling this out even longer. Just delaying the inevitable, and I probably need to do more damage to him anyway, but yeah, he doesn't freeze, he gets off the next Precipice Blades as well. So, yeah, now there's just about no no way to win. Am I not running Citrus on this thing? Oh, it's the Lumberry. I totally forgot. I thought that was supposed to be Citrus. Yeah, why am I running Lumberry in this? Yeah, this should be Citrus. Yeah, I should have forfeited that turn. Okay, so looks like we were having Lumberry Cresselia. I really could have just led with Cresselia against that team. That's really good to know. Okay, so now he's the one time stalling me, since he knows there's nothing that can happen to him if he just waits out. Because even if I got the crit freeze right now, actually trying to go for the double protect, I'm not sure if I agree with that play, but hey, I guess if you get it, you win just right away. But yeah, we didn't get the freeze, so it's just over. But okay, so I think, yeah, that was mismaneuvering with the items on my end. Yeah, that Cresselia is supposed to have Citrus Berry. But I guess for this episode, it looks like we will stick with that Lumberry. But now that we know about it, it's definitely a lot more helpful. So I could have just led with, yeah, like, even Cresselia plus Kyogre could have been a play. But I mean, yeah, he had Fake Out and so on, so yeah, maybe he would have done something else. But yeah, with the way he led Talonflame Smeargle, then yeah, Cresselia and Kyogre looks really strong against that. But anyway, so we will stick here with Lumber for this game, as we're meeting Patito from Spain with a rating of 1647, and he has a team, once again, pretty standardish. Kangaskhan, Xerneas, Groudon, Cresselia, Smeargle, and Ferrothorn. So let's see, maybe here the Lumberry, now that we know about it, could actually help us. Yeah, leading with Cresselia could be helpful, but now my opponent has that Ferrothorn, so setting up Trick Room is not as good here in this matchup as it was in the past one. I really wish we really could have won there, but yeah, Protect Kangaskhan really coming in clutch there for my opponent, since yeah, if he didn't have Protect and if he targeted Kyogre that turn, we would have gotten the double Ice Beam onto that slot, and then Origin Pulse would have been enough, and then we would have just won. But yeah, I mean, Protect Kangaskhan can always be there to surprise you, so watch out for that. And now what do we do? I mean, we could always just go for the like Mirror mode and not bring Kyogre because of that Ferrothorn. But that really sucks, doesn't it? But I mean, it's probably a nice way to see out how this matchup goes. If you have like this is basically the matchup why I stopped using the standard 6 team with Smeargle Xerneas, because if you're playing in the mirror, like there's I mean, there is obviously some skill involved, but it's like totally different. Like in 2015, if you had like in the end of the format, if you had chalk mirrors, I really liked those. Like it was a lot of maneuvering. Of course, it also came down to some luck sometimes and speed ties sometimes, but yeah, with those teams, basically you're always going for one-hit KOs, and if you're losing the speed tie between Kangaskhan's, it can be devastating. If you're losing the speed tie between Smeargles, it can be just over turn 1, so yeah, really don't like that too much, but hey, what can you do? So that's why I switched, or why I am switching up my teams constantly, and I'm trying to come up with a new staff. Obviously, we're also, or I am at least hoping that Smeargle will be banned in the near future. It was actually announced that they will, yeah, like take a look for how Smeargle does in February regionals, and then they will probably make their decisions based on those stats. Yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but I guess it's a step in the right direction, and So if Smeargle does really well there, I guess it will be banned. I don't know how they want to measure it, but yeah, we will see. So I'm just going for the double protect the first turn, because maybe Moody boosts can help us, and actually the magic code, wow. So yeah, also yeah, like scouting out for stuff like that can definitely be helpful. So we did see the magic code coming out. Let's see. We get the Death Rays and accuracy drops. This is unfortunate, because now my opponent can just go for the Double Edge and Dark Void themselves, and there is hardly anything I could do. So, I mean, I could still go for the Dark Void, I guess. But yeah, there's no reason for my opponent not to go for their Dark Void, I guess. But, yeah, maybe just going for the Follow Me, and then the Dazzling Gleam could be the play. Yeah, I think Dazzling Gleam is nice. Break the Smeargle Sash and do some damage to Kangaskhan to bring it into KO range for like low kick and potentially even Brave Bird, but I don't think so. So Smeargle actually revealing the Wide Guard. Wow, okay, so he really played me there. Wide Guard and Magic Code Smeargle. So maybe he doesn't even have Dark Void. But yeah, that Dazzling Gleam doesn't do anything, and our Xerneas is actually outspeeding my opponent's Kangaskhan. So really interesting stuff coming out here. Since we got the +2 def, we can almost take that, but nope. And he will take quite a bit of recoil from that. But yeah, my Xerneas' turn basically just wasted right there. But yeah, if he doesn't have Dark Void, that would mean that we can just bring in our Kangaskhan, go for the Fake Out on their Kangaskhan, and set up Geomancy and then proceed to sweep. So, yeah, would you have room? I mean, Follow Me, in my opinion, is pretty much, yeah, obligatory on Smeargle. So he probably... yeah, he probably doesn't have Dark Void. But he has Magic Code, wow. I'm not sure if I agree with that set. But, he definitely caught me off guard here. However, my opponent wasn't really able to get too much out of it. I mean, okay, he KO'd my Smeargle, but by revealing 2 of his moves, I mean, maybe he has Dark Void. That would be really devastating then. But if he doesn't, then we will probably be in a good position after this turn. But let's see. So my opponent's taking their time, which is fair. And also no Moody on that Smeargle, which is pretty nice. So, yeah, like no evasion boost or anything. And he just stays in here. So, are we going to see the Dark Void? I really hope we won't. But let's see. And he goes for the Spiky Shield, but it fails. Wow, okay, nice. So, Spiky Shield revealed as my opponent's third move. But yeah, since after you just used White Guard, Spiky Shield can fail. That fails, fortunately enough. And since our Xerneas outsped their Kangaskhan, that also means that our Kangaskhan will outspeed their Kangaskhan. So next turn I can just go for the low kick on their Kangaskhan and Moonblast into their Smeargle, and yeah, like, so White Guard cannot screw me over or anything. And so we got up the Geomancy despite that early, yeah, like, White Guard that blocked my Dazzling Gleam, which was interesting. So I'm not sure, I don't think Sucker Punch would KO him here, if he's a little bit bulky. So yeah, going for the low kick and also the Moonblast. And he withdraws Smeargle, let's see what is coming in. Probably Ferrothorn, and yep, there it is, but that's not really going to help you. I'm not sure if there was like a better play my opponent could have done. Okay, he goes for the Fake Out to avoid my Sucker Punch, but yeah, I'm going for the low kick. And yeah, I'm not sure if switching in Ferrothorn is the best thing in the world. I mean, I'm not sure what his other options would have been. But if you're switching in Ferrothorn, even if it's in like the Moonblast, which you resist, that doesn't mean that yeah, like Ferrothorn can take that relatively well, and just the low kick will take it out in the next turn. And yeah, you want to have your like Ferrothorn and also like Aegislash, Mawile, like all those steel types. You don't really want to switch them in Xerneas, but since it's so powerful, maybe sometimes it's better to just lose them on. Now we could play a game here, and because depending on what his Smeargle does here, we could potentially end up in like a worse position than we are in right now. Because if I go for like the Moonblast and he goes for the Follow Me, then his Ferrothorn can just go for the Gyro Ball to knock out my Xerneas. But if we go for the Dazzling Gleam and he goes for the White Guard, then that would also be problematic. So I think just going for the low kick with my Kangaskhan is good and then protecting Xerneas. However, he might very well read into that and just go for the double protect, but we'll see. So, okay, no protects, no anything, wow. So maybe does that Smeargle have Dark Void after all? Or maybe it's Transform. I'm not really sure what that Smeargle is about. So we get rid of the Ferrothorn, which is obviously pretty nice. And I really don't know what to expect from this Smeargle. And he goes for the Dark Void. Wow, he really should have done that before. Wow, okay, so his full moveset is White Guard, Magic Coat, Dark Void, and Spiky Shield. But yeah, the one turn where he went for the Spiky Shield and where we got off that Geomancy, he really should have gone for the Dark Void that turn. Okay, so he sends out Groudon as his last one. Yeah, this game just got a lot more crazy. Like, I thought we had that in the bag for sure, but Smeargle, I mean, it can learn any move, so it can always screw you over. And this time just happens to be Dark Void. Wow, so had we targeted down that Smeargle, we probably might have won just on the spot. But yeah, we didn't do that, so... But that also means like his Smeargle doesn't have Follow Me and he cannot do any damage. So if we take out this Groudon, we just win the game. So I would say just go for the Moonblast on the Groudon, and yeah, he goes for the White Guard, which is perfectly fine. He probably should have gone for another Dark Void, but it's always difficult to say. So yeah, I only need to take out the Groudon and then we will definitely have won this game. So Moonblast does quite a bit, but actually looks like a pretty bulky Groudon, as Moonblast is not a 2-hit KO on this one. Kangaskhan avoids the attack, which is unfortunate for my opponent here, but connects with Xerneas. Let's see how much that does. Yeah, that is definitely like, probably like Adamant and with some bulk. So, he could just go for the Protect and Dark Void this turn. That is what I'm a little bit concerned with. So I think going for the double edge on their Smeargle and just protecting our Xerneas could be good. And let's see if their Groudon protects. But then again, I mean, Groudon would live another Moonblast, so maybe it just attacks here. Yep, he does. Okay, so Kangaskhan's still asleep, and I'm guessing, yeah, Precipice Blades and another Dark Void would be coming out. So there it is. Xerneas protects, and Kangaskhan, yeah, able to survive this one. So, yeah, we just need to wake up, basically. He could, in theory, he could go for the Protect and Dark Void play this turn. So I want to take out that Smeargle. I don't really think it matters if I go for the double edge or the low kick. But I think low kick should be enough to KO it. But yeah, we're going for the double edge. Because maybe he's like crazy slow and bulky and then low kick doesn't KO. And then I think, yeah, Moonblast should be enough. However... yeah, this is tricky. I think we probably need to wake up, depending on what he does here. Okay, but he goes for the Spiky Shield. Because, yeah, we can actually really lose here if he hits both Precipice Blades and survives this Moonblast. And he does survive. We're still asleep, but that doesn't matter. That's actually better for us, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so Precipice Blades hits both. Ouch. So we can still lose this one, depending on what his Groudon has as its moves. Because our Talonflame doesn't have Protect, and he will likely just go for Protect and Dark Void right now. Which is really annoying. So, yeah, if he connects with Dark Void, that would be really bad. I'm not sure if it's even worth going after the Smeargle, because then that would only mean that we would lose HP from the recoil. And yeah, basically we just need to take out the Groudon. So I don't think that going after the Smeargle is even like worth it at this point. So yeah, he goes for the Protect Dark Void play, which is fine, depending on what his moves are. So we don't want to take any damage, and he goes for the Dark Void, and he hits. So yeah, Dark Void from Smeargle coming out really turning this game around, as it seems. And we cannot wake up this turn. It all depends on what his moveset is. If he has Rock Slide, we just lose. But if he doesn't, then we might have a shot. Maybe he has Eruption, that would be very good. Let's see here. And he goes for the Rock Slide. But we avoid the attack. Okay. So we're still in there. We're still in there. Yeah, we need to wake up this turn, basically. This is what it comes down to. Can we get the early wake up? Goes for the spiky shield. That doesn't matter. We don't care about that. Can we get the wake up? Yes! Nice. Okay, so we got the win after all. Crazy game, I guess. That ground is so bulky. He doesn't. Yeah, he didn't have Trick Room on that team. But that is so bulky. Yeah, he's like definitely elite to take Earth Power from like Timid Groudon. But yeah, what a game. Yeah, it came down to the wire, I guess. But yeah, we needed to get the early wake up, and we got it. Sometimes that's just what happens. So, really, two really long games for this episode, which kind of makes up for the loss of the Lugia battle, which is pretty good. I wish I saved that. So yeah, in that Lugia battle, like in the end, came down to like low HP Lugia that was like crazy boosted with weakness policy and like 2 or 3 coal mines, and I had Kangaskhan and Cresselia, and so the time was also a factor. So like it came down to whether I could like Sucker Punch to KO the Lugia or whether he would roost and try to Drain Punch my Scrafty. But yeah, he revealed to have Quick Guard on his Scrafty, so it wasn't really like a prediction thing or anything, and he could just go for the Quick Guard and Arrow Blast, and I couldn't do anything, and I just lost. So he goes for another Dark Void, and maybe this game will actually go to time if I don't wake up, and if he time stalls right here. But our Talonflame still pretty healthy, so that should be enough to win this game. But yeah, okay, so his Smeargle was Spiky Shoot, White Guard, Magic Coat, and Dark Void. Not really sure if I agree with that set. I think Follow Me is probably like the best move on Smeargle after like Dark Void. Because yeah, just being able to have the redirection, and if Smeargle annoys you and you want to bring in your heavy hitters, and you can just go for the Follow Me, and they will, chances are that they will take it out. And he's actually going for the time, okay. Well, I mean, no shame in that. But yeah, we should win that easily. So, yeah, we KO'd that Ferrothorn pretty easily, but then the surprise Dark Void, yeah, really turned this game around. But yeah, even if we knew about it, like, he had like a safe play there, going for the Dark Void and Gyro Ball, knowing that we will, that he will either KO Xerneas if we take out the Smeargle, or that he would be able to put us to sleep. But fortunately we went for the Protect with Xerneas that turn, because else that could have been devastating. But oh well, he still wants to play the waiting game. I mean, I guess he's allowed to. So we'll sit here and think a little bit. Oh, by the way, the question and answers video is like delayed still. I wanted to shoot it last weekend, but I couldn't, unfortunately. So yeah, my sister, who's helping me with like filming and editing and so on, also has like exams at the moment. And oh, he went for the Spiky Shield. Wow, if we woke up there, we would have gotten like Spiky Shield recoil damage, so that could have hurt us. But fortunately we didn't wake up, so we didn't get that damage. I probably could have gone for the Tailwind instead, predicting that. But wow, this is actually the first battle in VGC 16 that ends on time for me, I think. Yeah, this is the first game. So yeah, if the battle time hits 0, in case you didn't know, the next turn will not be played, it's just over. That's something that, like, tournament organizers at PCs would, like, do differently every single time, because, yeah, they, most of the time, do not have the experience that the players have with the timer. But, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I guess they can do it, like, if the, at unthethered events, if the timer, like, is out, like, they can make it so you play one extra turn, but then they just have to announce it before they, like, apply that rule. So yeah, if you're a tournament organizer, tell your people what you're going to do with the timer. So, Yeah, that's it for this episode. Two pretty long games, so thanks a lot if you stayed with me for all the time. Um, yeah, really could have lost that second game, and we also could have won the first game. But yeah, it wasn't meant to me. But yeah, ending this episode with 1-1. I hope you had fun and you enjoyed it. And by the way, addressing the comment of the day, coming from Yoship PL, and it's actually a quote by me, which is actually a quote by Ray. So yeah, just to give you a little bit of background knowledge. So basically, like at Worlds 2014, like Ray and I and DaFlo were like hanging out, and there was this Japanese TV guy thing. I forget the name. It's like Pokemon something, really famous Japanese Pokemon show. And they were like walking around looking for world champions, and then they like had a kind of an interview with Ray, and DaFlo and I were like on Japanese TV for a short second. I looked up the video, but it seems that it's deleted from YouTube, so I'm not sure where you can access it. But so yeah, it was broadcasted on Japanese TV in that show, and yeah, like the Japanese guy, he's also pretty famous, but I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I'm not following that show. So he asked Ray like what his advice would be for the Japanese children watching the series, and he said like Pokemon is fun, but school and work comes first. So yeah, this was a little homage to him in that way. So really long episode. I hope you still had fun. I already said that though. So yeah, if you had, then make sure to leave a like on this video and follow me and subscribe and whatever. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.